And so it becomes absolutely necessary to understand why the Bible would call us to separate from the religious world, or the world of religion, or the theory or the philosophy in which the synagogue or temple of our denomination houses whatever it houses. It becomes then important and a bit interesting to understand why, seemingly from our first meeting together up until this point, it has always been justification is about our faith's conscience stepping out from the religious world and experiencing for its own self what it needs to experience for an intelligence that it cannot get within the religious world, but outside of it, as we are living and acting out the principles that we are retaining from patiently and temperately reviewing privately the things that are within the Bible. And so when we're looking in the book of John, still looking in the book of John 17, this is again interesting because I am not just putting this out there like, this is what needs to be, this is it. And there is no other it. That's not my position. My position is forever and eternally Bible. This is the philosophy that I get everything that I get from. And because I've benefited from it, it is the best thing to talk about because it's elevating. It's elevating practically, devotionally, and mentally and inwardly. So looking in the book of John 17 and verse 14, we can see that the example set for us, the individual example set for us, is actually the first one that spoke this into existence. John 17:14 reads, I have given them thy word, and the world, now we understand what that means, and the world has hated them. I have given them thy word, and the world has hated them. Why? Why does the world hate the individuals honoring this example conversation, this example mind, this example demonstration of how to honor the living God? Why does the world hate this class, this assembly of individuals? I have given them thy word, and the world has hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I. Surprising. Even as I am not of the world. Now, this word world in context means everything. It means everything. When we can understand this word world in context, we can understand what the analogy is. Because this is an allegory. The world doesn't mean the world. I doesn't mean I. They doesn't mean them. To be taken out of the world means to have something removed, not from the secular world, but from the religious. So here we have an individual speaking that, one, his assembly is not associated with the religious world, meaning this assembly does not honor the theories, the principles, the judgments, the traditions, the so on and so forth concerning the baptisms and rituals, the rites and policies associated to the religious world. This man's assembly isn't with it. And not only is this assembly not with it, the man himself says that he is not with it. And so we need to ask ourselves. Everything that we have been reviewing thus far in justification says that our conversation needs to elevate and reform and regenerate from what the world is. We have an individual here saying that neither he nor his assembly is of the religious world. And so we need to ask ourselves, is our faith held and chained to the religious world? Do the principles of the religious world matter to our faith and strengthen our faith in its continuance? Do the things of the religious world mean that much to us? And does the figure of the religious world that we take to be this figure speaking, is this figure this same one that is written on these pages? Is it the same individual? And if it is not, we really have a lot to think about.